With all the big talking points and latest news from across the football world, this is Football Central. Hello, good evening everyone, and welcome to another Football Central with me, your host, as usual, TubeMix. Excuse me. And I'm joined, as ever, by my co-hosts. Good evening, Sam Taylor.
Good evening, TubeMix.
And good evening, JLIWheels.
Good evening, good to be back.
Yes, really good to have you back. Or as I've newly christened Sam the Statman Taylor. How'd you like that?
Yeah, very sexy, very sexy. I love it.
Yes, so two big matches in the UEFA Champions League tonight. And what a lot of games for the first match day one. So We've got PSG v United and Chelsea v Sevilla, so that's they should be some absolutely cracking games. Of course, PSG who got to the Champions League final.
It Chelsea versus Rennes?
No, it's Sevilla.
Okay.
Yeah.
God, no wonder nobody wants.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is Chelsea versus Sevilla. Sorry, I'm a Chelsea fan as well. How shocking is that?
Oh dear. So, just before we start, obviously, if you are watching, we are live, and if you want to ask a question to me, Sam, or JLIWheels, then feel free. Just drop it in the comments down below, but try to keep it football related, as of course this is a football show. Thank you.
Jesus.
Sorry.
That was a bit serious, wasn't
it? Just try and keep it football related, because this is a football show.
Yeah, I'm sure we'd answer any questions if we actually got one.
Well, yeah, but always try to keep it on the at least about football. That's what I think.
Well,
yeah.
As you've got less than 50 subscribers, mate, I'm not sure you're in a position to say that.
Oh, Sam, you really stabbed the knife in there.
Ooh.
Anyway, the two games, as we said, they both kick off at 8 o'clock, so stay with us for team news and our predictions. So, over to you, lads.
What are we doing? You've not told us what we're doing.
Oh, sorry. Well, I've just put. I've just put for you guys to sort of talk, really.
All right. Okay. Well, hello. As Will said, JLIWheels and Sam joining in. I'd just like to say, how good it is to be back, and it's good to talk to Sam. We've not spoken in a while. He's been a busy bee, as have I, to be fair. Champions League starts tonight, which is interesting. We got some good games, and I'm sure we'll be giving you the team news for that in a moment. I'll just hand over to Sam to say his hellos.
Yeah, hello everybody. Yeah, I have survived all my assignments, and I'm back assigned to another assignment, this football channel. Anyway, as for the match, we obviously, the Chelsea's to be on first. We have the winners of the Europa League versus the squeaky bum just in the top four, Chelsea.
Come on now.
Let's be honest, are amazing going forward, but defensively at the moment is shocking.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll talk about that in
think-
the review show, but yeah, I mean, 3 goals against
And,
Southampton, and you can say 3 mistakes, really, but,
yeah,
it's one of them.
individual errors. Anyway, so who knows what will happen there? And we have the runners-up of the Champions League, PSG, against what can you say against United? Flattered to be seen you, Man United, but it's everybody starts on 0 points, so
Yeah.
let's see
Level
where the
playing
English
field.
sides get.
I've got the team news up for Chelsea Sevilla, if that's where you'd like to start. I know you'd rather focus more on United.
No. Let's
just
start
wanted
with
to
Chelsea
get
and
the,
Sevilla.
No.
Over to our captain of the Blues, Mr. JLIWheels.
Yeah. So to get this one out of the way, like I said, we got more to talk about with United, but we'll just start with Chelsea. In goal, Mendy, who's obviously back fit, which is great. Although Kepa, I thought, had a good game against Southampton. He did make that one mistake which let him down, but I did feel like he definitely played a better game. However, I don't think he obviously justified starting. Right back, Reece James with Thiago Silva and Kurt Zouma. At centre half, Ben Chilwell at left back with a midfield of Jorginho and Kante, which I'm very happy about because I feel like Jorginho. Don't know if anybody saw that pass for Timo Werner on Saturday, but bloody hell, what a pass! What a pass! That's what he's in the team for, and I like him. He's kind of like a quarterback. I quite like him. Then the front. I don't know how this is going to work. Formationally, because I've not seen the formation, but the front four is Pulisic, Havertz, Mount, and Werner. That's enough to make anybody's mouth water. Now, on the bench, Arrizabalaga, Rudiger, Christensen, Abraham, Caballero, Tomori, Kovacic, Giroud. Bloody hell, how many?
Excuse me.
Hudson-Odoi, Ziyech, Azpilicueta, and Emerson. So it must be 12 substitutes in the Champions League. Okay. For Sevilla, Bono in goal, Jesus Navas at right back with Sergio Gomez and Diego Carlos at centre half. With Acuna from who used to play for Sporting Lisbon at left back. In midfield, Ivan Rakitic, Fernando, formerly of Man City, Nemanja, I had no idea how to say that, Kujile, and then whoever their number 7 is, I'm not quite sure. With then, although I think it's Suso, yeah. So it's Suso up front with Luke de Jong and Lucas Campos. On the bench for Sevilla, Lucas Vlakic, Karim Rekic, Juan Jordan, Munaia, Rodriguez, El Naziri, Escudero, Torres, Vasquez, and Hernandez with the referee, Davide Massa.
Thank you very much for that.
What are Chelsea doing with 2 goalies on the bench?
I think it's just to do with you can make, is it 6 substitutes in the Champions League?
5, I'm pretty sure.
Is it
5? So there you go. That's probably why. I've also got
to have 2 keepers on the bench is a bit of a waste of a spot.
Yeah, but imagine if Mendy gets injured, then Kepa could come on.
I think there's a very, very interesting selection here as well. Because I've just seen the United team. If you want me to go through that as well.
Yes, please.
Okay, so first off, PSG. In goal, Keylor Navas with a back four of Florenzi, Diallo, Kimpembe, and Kurzawa. In midfield, a return to playing against United. Obviously, it's in the Parc des Princes, but a return to play against United for Ander Herrera, Danilo Pereira, and Idrissa Gueye. And then on the wings, Neymar and Di Maria with Mbappe down the middle. Substitutes: Marquinhos, Rafinha, Sergio Rico, Moise Kean, Pablo Sarabia, Julian Draxler, Bakker, Lutile, Dagba, Pembele, Ruzatil, and Fadiga. For United, and I can't wait to say this. David De Gea, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Axel Tuanzebe. Wait. Victor Lindelof.
Oh dear.
And Luke Shaw. So it must be a back four.
It's a back three, yeah.
Yeah, a back three with Tellez, Fred, McTominay, Bruno, Rashford, and Martial. And the substitutes for United: Pogba, Mata, James, Fosu-Mensah, Agallo, Henderson, Pellistri, Matic, Williams, and Van der Beek. So what do we think about the team? No Maguire.
Yeah,
He was injured, I think. Or he didn't travel with the squad yet. I think he's injured. I think. I'm a little disappointed to see Van der Beek not start.
Yes.
But Fred and McTominay did do well at the weekend. Great to see Tuanzebe start. Let's hope that he can keep himself fit, because I like him. He's a versatile player. He can play right back, defensive midfield, left back, centre back. So a great player to
playing tonight.
Yeah. Good to see Tuanzebe back, and hope he can keep himself fit and maybe stay in contention for the Tuanzebe and Maguire partnership. Maybe we'll see.
Can he transform United?
Tuanzebe, well, I think whenever he's played, I mean, I remember him playing. I think it was under Van Gaal when he or Mourinho when he did really well against Arsenal. And in fact, I don't think he's had many bad games when he's played Tuanzebe. I think he's always been steady.
Did you? Tuanzebe. Can he transform United?
I did. I'm just not saying anything to that.
Sorry, Sam. I completely missed your joke.
So, one thing that I just want to mention very quickly is, obviously, it's a back five all in all. Now United at the weekend, and obviously they won, and I'm sure we'll talk about that more when we do a review show. But they did win. They didn't play the best of games, but at the end, the pressure told against Newcastle, who I think, the sort of, I always feel like a Steve Bruce tactic is to score and then sort of sit back and wait for the sort of the pressure. And against a team like United, who they've not played great. They've not played very well at all in most games this season. In fact, I don't think they've played well in any game this season that I've seen, even in the cup. I think with those players like your Bruno Fernandes, particularly Rashford, who just had the game of his life. I think there was no way that United weren't going to win. However, this is a completely different task, because PSG, we've talked a lot about the French league, and I've been watching loads of the French league recently, and PSG are just, they're a top quality team in that league. There aren't that many quality teams in that league, but they are a good team. I mean, the pace of Mbappe is going to be.
They'd be a top quality team in any league. They got to the Champions League finals.
I agree. So it's a big task for Tuanzebe and definitely Lindelof and Shaw. I always thought that Luke Shaw actually plays better as a centre back. But
he does, yes. I agree with that. Yes.
I quite like the selection by Ole today, and I think that
it's a pretty good team. Yeah.
I can't see United winning this one, but I also don't think they're going to get battered, because it is quite a defensive team. But that being said, I also don't think it's a negative selection.
No,
I
no,
thought
not at
I
all.
thought Mata played unbelievable the other day.
He
Is
did play
he
very well, yeah.
is he in today?
He's on the bench. I think, is he on the bench? I'm sure
He
I
is,
said his
yeah.
name. He might be on the bench.
No, he should have been. He should be in that team, mind you.
Yeah, because
Playing
he
every might
what
struggle now. I can
one thing I've noticed is that Mata, whenever he's played with Fernandez, they do seem to have a good understanding of each other. Actually, they seem to work together quite well.
Well, I thought he was the best player on the pitch against Newcastle.
Yeah,
See, I think it's an interesting one because I think people forget the quality of Juan Mata.
yeah. Oh, he's a great player. I like him. He seems a really lovely guy as well.
Oh yeah, he does loads for charity and
He
stuff
does,
like
yeah.
that,
His
doesn't
common
he?
goal charity, which has seen many
That's it.
players and managers join him.
What
That's it.
is Pogba playing?
He's
No,
on the bench.
He's it's weird with Pogba because we've activated his extra year clause in his
It's
contract.
to
for
sell him
next
on.
season.
It's to sell him on.
We
I mean,
should
let's not
just-
mess about.
We should sell him.
yeah. To be honest, I've had enough of Pogba, and I have been for a while. I'm not really particularly trusted him.
I think the year extension is just to obviously give him value because he would have been able to have left for free, wouldn't he?
Yeah,
Now, Will, obviously whatever the last video I did with you was, or whatever the last thing I did with you was, and you were absolutely scathing about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I don't even know if it was a video. I don't even know if it was a
no.
conversation
I
that we
was. I
had.
was quite angry. Yes.
And you basically said that you'd had enough of Ollie, and you think it might be time for the club to start considering him and calling players donkeys and saying all this kind of stuff. Now, I know it's only one result against Newcastle, so I imagine it doesn't. But I'm just going to ask the question anyway because I know United were still very poor until United did invite Newcastle United, that is, did invite the space. So has your opinion changed from the last conversation we had?
It's a hard one because McTominay and Fred seem to, he did make quite a few changes which pleased me. And I thought Fred and McTominay were quite good, very solid. And I definitely think they did more than Pogba when he played in the last few matches. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, if Axel performs really well tonight and if he can stay fit, Tuanzebe and Maguire, that'd be something I'd really, really like to see. My only issue with Ole is that I don't want him to go, but the thing that drives me mad is just his lack of ruthlessness. Sometimes he's too late with subs. Sometimes he's too low with the players like De Gea. I mean, Sergio Romero, I think he's been treated pretty appallingly.
As his wife said.
Yeah, well, I'd agree with her because Romero's been a great servant to the club, never complained, always done a really, really good job. I don't think has ever made any horrific mistakes.
Romero could be a number one at a Premier League club.
He could, yeah, like Martinez. If you think Martinez, he went from Arsenal to Aston Villa, and look how well Villa are doing now. Well, not just him, of course, but obviously Ross Barkley. But if I'm sure Romero, if he went to a club like Everton, I'd think I'd pick Romero then ahead of Pickford, I think.
Well, that was the rumour, wasn't it, for a while? That one was the rumour about,
yeah.
Romero to Everton. I know it's only a rumour and what have you, and you can't say too much about that, but I think he's an okay player. I think that obviously we've not seen too much from him in the last couple of seasons, so he probably wouldn't go to a big club, maybe like a mid-table side. I think the thing is, and this is what me and Sam have said this to you before.
Yes.
That you don't like Lindelof. You know, you're not too sold on Luke Shaw.
No.
But United haven't got the. You know, it used to be like, say like if Wayne Rooney was injured, there was Robin van Persie, or if Robin van Persie was injured, you still had Welbeck, who was still a pretty decent player at that time. And even then, you go lower than that, there's still players there that could play at that level. And really, United haven't got that at this moment anymore.
No.
Now, I think if you take away Lindelof and Maguire, obviously Twanzebe's been injured. You take away Lindelof and Maguire, then who have United really got?
Well, yeah, exactly. I
fairness.
mean, Bailly can't seem to keep himself fit, and I mean, you know, when they got absolutely trounced by Tottenham, I was utterly horrified. You know,
I think you look at they got rid of Chris Smalling, and Phil Jones is still there, but for some reason
I can't believe they should have terminated his contract. I mean, Arsenal have been very ruthless. You know, I think they left Ozil out, didn't they? Today they published.
Okay, but think about it. Yeah, this is what we're like. This is what we're saying. You can't get rid of Phil Jones because you take away Maguire, you take away Lindelof, you take away the fact that Shaw and even Fosu Mensah could probably play centre back.
He could, yeah.
Then who have they got? Out and out centre backs. They've literally only got
Mengi.
Four senior players. If we're talking Lindelof, Maguire, Twanzebe, Phil Jones.
Yeah,
that's 4.
Yeah, that is true. But I mean, Phil Jones, he's been left out of the Champions League squad.
Yeah, okay, but you're missing the point. United, all in all, have got 4 senior centre backs, and that's why he's kind of got to stay. Because he probably will only play in a cup game or a Premier League game or whatever, and I think Ollie's probably more likely to take the chance on Mengi or one of the other youngsters, because there are quite a few youngsters.
I think Ollie's proved he doesn't want him. I think,
but he does still need him. You know, they've got two left backs, Luke Shaw, who not in the best of form at the minute. And then Brandon Williams,
he's always good in as a part of a back three as a centre back, I think.
No, but again, you're missing the point.
Sorry.
They've only got 2 senior left backs. They've got one senior right back plus Fosu Mensah who can play there.
Yeah.
United really don't have the depth to get rid of players, and that's why we were confused and baffled about the United situation in the transfer window, because they need defensive depth completely for me.
Yeah.
But that being said, like we said, it's a positive, I think, selection. But I just can't see. I think United probably won't get battered, but I think they are going to lose here, which isn't going to help Ollie out. But
Yeah, it's.
What?
Oh, sorry, Sam.
No. You have me on point first. Well, go for it.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, isn't it? Because, I'm not really sure, because I'm quite pleased with Ole's team. I mean, PSG leaving Marquinhos, I've probably not pronounced his name, but he's been a big defender for them for, well, probably the last few good years. So I think that's rather interesting.
I think he obviously it's not Thomas Tuchel, is it? Who's the PSG manager?
It is Thomas Tuchel. He's still there.
I think Tuchel prefers Kimpembe definitely, and then Diallo is a newer signing from Dortmund.
Okay.
And he had a good season for Dortmund last year. But yeah, Marquinhos is a bigger mission, but I wouldn't take that any other way, because you still look at the quality that PSG have got on the pitch.
Oh yes, of course, particularly their front three. Like I said, I mean Mbappe, he's surely going to go to Real Madrid or a club like that.
I don't know. I imagine he's on mega money, isn't he, Mbappe?
Yeah, but he might feel that. Oh, sorry, Sam.
I was just going to say their front three is miles ahead in the development of our front three.
Oh yes, definitely.
And then they've got some danger men, definitely. They've got loads of players, and then you look at the bench as well, and
Draxler,
there are so many players. I mean, I can't believe Draxler's not started. He's had a good start to the season in League One. Noah Cardi as well. I don't know whether he was on the bench or not, but he's in pretty decent form as well.
How is he spelled?
Icardi.
No, I don't think he's here.
Maybe he's injured then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be a difficult one. And similarly, I think, just going back to the other game, I think it might be a difficult game for Chelsea.
Yeah. I mean, sorry.
Sorry, I was going to say, as we're on Chelsea, I was waiting for Chelsea because, we are covering the English sides here, and it's not good to talk all about United, so I want to get asked similar questions to what you were saying about Ollie to Jordan about Frank, and about what Chelsea's issues are. I know there's a lot of individual errors, but the amount of goals they're conceding, Sevilla are very savvy. I would put Sevilla favourites tonight, as I
would. Other than like our front three compared to theirs, that's probably it.
What's the issue? I know it's defensively, but why? You've not got world-class defenders apart from maybe Thiago Silva, and obviously Aspilicueta is, but I'm on about centre-half. But you've got good defenders. You should be able to defend. But there's a lot of individual errors now. If there's a collective problem, it takes longer to iron out.
Yeah.
But they should be able to cut individual errors out of the training ground and things.
The thing is, and I can talk about this, really, because I saw the game against Southampton. I watched the whole thing. And Kepa was at fault for the second goal. Zuma sold him short. Yeah, he did, and it was a horrible mistake from Zuma. But similarly, what was Kepa doing? Even when he ran back to his goal once, he tried to clear it, because Christensen actually stopped the ball from going in, and then instead of at least getting a glove to it, Kepa just sort of slides into the post. It was really bizarre. We've heard it. Frank said the same thing against West Brom about individual errors, and individual errors, you can't. You can. I believe that you can train them and you can work on them. What the hell is that?
Sorry, I'm just having this sleds taken off. Carry on.
Okay, you made me jump. So I believe that individual errors you can work on and you can't, because in some ways for a player to make that mistake, there has to be issues tactically in the same breath. But like in a situation where Zuma sells a pass short, a professional football player of international and continental level like Zuma is should not be making a mistake like that.
No.
it's a shame as well because I feel like it was really the first time that we saw the galaxy of stars, as Sam calls them, really sort of come to life. I thought Havertz and Werner had good games. Pulisic did okay. He didn't do too well, but it was his first. He didn't do as well as I think everybody thought he might. But you know, it was his first game back from injury, so definitely, you know, all about sort of giving him time and what have you. And Ziyech came on, and he there was a naughty little nutmeg that he did that was beautiful. I don't know if anybody saw that, but he looks quite a good player. But yeah, I don't know. Because I think, obviously, again, it's very easy. I mean, you think about it, you can say, oh, that one Kepa mistake and there would have been a win. I do feel, like I said earlier on, I feel sorry for him because I thought he did have a good game. He made some great saves, but so did their goalkeeper, Alex McCarthy. I haven't lost any faith in Frank because I think that he was a big risk to bring in anyway.
Oh yeah.
Not so. I feel like the difference between Ollie and Frank is
he didn't have the experience, I suppose, in management. You know, all right, he had a year at Derby, but no, I agree with what you're saying about the errors. But the thing is, you can accept errors. Footballers make errors. Goalkeepers make errors. Defenders, if they make errors, particularly keeper, then it, you know, more often than not reverts to goals. But the fact that there's so many defenders making errors every week, and the basic errors, tells me that there's something not right. And then the thing is with defending is it's doing the basics well. And Chelsea, I mean, some of the errors are comical, and I just think it goes back to a lack of concentration, and it maybe being a bit too easy for them in games, and then they don't concentrate, and then things happen.
I think that, like, it's very strange as well, because with a player like Frank as a player was just, you know,
Great player.
I don't know if he still holds the record for the most Premier League games without missing a game. So, you know, he was a modicum of consistency and form and concentration and all those things. You know,
all those things his team are not.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's very strange. I think another thing that you know sort of helps Frank is you look at some of the performances from other teams. You know, specifically Liverpool haven't. You know, they got battered by Villa, and their defense made loads of mistakes.
And if Van Dijk's out now as well.
You can say Tottenham the other day because obviously Sancho scored that own goal, but you know that Lanzini equaliser. To be fair to Tottenham, there's not much you can do about that.
No, that was
probably one of the best goals I've seen in a while. It was an absolute screamer.
That one or Andros Townsend against Manchester City.
I would probably say the West Ham one because it's a derby, isn't it? And it was literally the last second of the game, wasn't it? It was the last second of the game, and it was a derby, and you know it meant a lot. I think Declan Rice was crying in his post-match interview. No.
Oh yeah, well, it'd be like a punch in the stomach, wouldn't it?
Declan Rice.
Who was right?
I think it's because obviously they equalised, and it was obviously a good thing.
I think that's good because it shows he cares.
Yeah, that being said, though, I think a lot of teams are making mistakes, but
It's a strange season, isn't it? I don't know why.
The Chelsea ones are like a lot more glaring, I think, and a lot more individualised as well. You could say like United, you know, like I said, and I think you boys will agree with me. I don't think they've played really well in any game.
No.
For a full 90 minutes, you know, every team's had spells, but I don't think they've played really well for 90 minutes. I mean,
So sorry, guys. Is it because there's no fans and maybe the motivation that's, you know, compared to with fans? Do you think?
Yeah, well, I think
it's bound to be a factor.
I think that's a good point. Because you look at the ratio. I think is like 40% for away teams winning in games, and that's unheard of. Normally, it's down at about 27%.
Yeah.
And also, you say it like at the French Open. At the French Open, for instance, at the tennis, you had a lot of players who were, you know, not well-known players doing really well, and I think a lot of the time the fans put that, not that they mean to, but because of the atmosphere they generate, they put pressure on.
Yeah.
So if you look at Aston Villa,
they have been flying.
But a lot of teams are playing with freedom. A lot of the smaller teams that you know, play in front of smaller crowds, are now thinking, well, we've got nothing. And when they go to the bigger teams and play in front of the big fans, they might feel intimidated. They've got nothing to be intimidated about, which I think is raising everyone's level, and maybe is why. I think
it's like that. There's a lot to be said about that, because I think some of the quality of goals that are going in, like as if Lanzini would have tried that, you know, when there were like 40,000 fans in Tottenham Stadium. I don't think there's any chance of him trying anything like that.
Yeah.
I think it was an absolute belter. I don't know. I think some of it's to do with that. I think. I don't know, if I have to put it onto one thing, it's very hard, because, you know, it's been so up and down, but you could say a lot of the top teams are the ones that haven't played well, and that's a strange one, because it's hard to pinpoint, because I think that Liverpool have only played really, really well in one performance.
They've not been 100%. Nobody has, really.
You know, to be fair, in a lot of instances, Everton rode the luck on Saturday. You know, Pickford, whether it was off the ball or whatever, should have been, or he was offside. He probably still should have been sent off for that on Van Dijk. I mean, you know, he's got an ACL injury or whatever, but, you know, it could have been a lot worse. It could have broke his leg and he could have been out for 2 years.
Yeah.
You know, as we've seen. But that being said, and Pickford's another one that's a bit confusing, because I thought he made some fantastic saves and had one of the better games of his career, actually.
But then he drops.
Yeah, but how he never got any he's not even facing FA action, is he? Which is absolutely ludicrous. But
yes, I have to agree.
Oh, I meant I was more on about the goal he let in at the end rather than the tackle. Carry on.
It should have been a red card, I think.
Well, yeah, he let a goal in, but it was offside, wasn't it? I mean, in which case he got away with it.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have known that was offside. So tight.
It was really tight. I mean, so tight that you wonder. Yeah. Just to finish off before we talk about predictions or whatever, I also saw a stat where it said about goalkeepers in the States leading up to goals directly leading to goals since the start of last season, and Kepa wasn't on there. But Pickford.
I thought he
De Gea?
No, No.
Kepa was the worst.
Pickford, Dubravka, who I think is the most underrated goalkeeper in the Premier League, and
Yeah,
also David De Gea was there with 6.
that
David
doesn't
De Gea was
surprise me.
I think it was top 10. David De Gea was bottom with 6. Jordan Pickford was top with 9, and then there were 3 players that were level on 7, and one of them was Dubravka. I don't remember the other 2. I think one might be Alex McCarthy. I don't remember. But that's why I think it's quite harsh what's happening to Kepa.
Oh, I lied to bro.
But obviously the clang is that Kepa's been dropping have been some pretty big ones. You know, but it's one of them. I think, you know, it'd be good to see what kind of a game Mendy has tonight. But I also agree that you know, I think it could be a severe win. If I had to predict it, I'd go for a PSG win and a severe win. You look at their team, specifically in midfield and defensively as well, with the likes of Jesus Navas at right back is continues to improve somehow, and he just gets older and older and continues to improve. I really like Diego Carlos, who they have at centre back. You know, we've known for the last couple of years that Rakitic is a great player.
Yeah.
You know, Suso has done a good job, sort of carving out a good career post Liverpool at Sevilla. So, you know, in which case, I don't think man for man they've got a better squad than us. Like PSG have definitely got a better man for man squad than United.
Oh yeah.
Apart from,
You don't win football matches on paper though.
Yeah.
Nope, that is true.
I think it's going to come down.
Now, look,
It's going to come.
The quality that Chelsea have compared to Sevilla is not. It's not like not a massive gap. It's a, you know, you'd say Chelsea have the better side on paper, but you know, I suppose they are the Europa League players, so.
So
the
where?
thing is, I'm taking, to me, I'm taking form into account. You know, it's on my list, right? So my list is to catch up with everything in Ligue 1, and then go to the Serie A, because I like the Serie A, and then go to the Spanish League, and then go to the Bundesliga, and then just watch everything and get caught up, and then, you know, then when we have conversations about football and stuff, you know, I'm right up to date. Well, I do it while I'm not too busy. So, you know, sometimes I work through the highlights quite quickly, and sometimes I don't. So, you know, I think, and on the highlights, you know, that's why I think it's good that Ollie's gone for a back 5, because the wing play from PSG is vital. You know, Neymar and Di Maria are, you know, up there with the most creative players in that league. You know, I think there are a few more. Maybe Thauvin from Marseille is quite an inventive player on the wing, and Moses Simon from Nantes is another one that's a danger man, and Boanga and Humana, or whatever his name is, from Saint Etienne. They quite often chip in with goals, but you know. And you guys won't know who they are at all. But
No, I don't have a clue.
That's fine. And then, but you know, you look at PSG, and you know, on form, I would say PSG win, and
they're at home as well.
I'd still say Sevilla win, just because I think that, you know, it's a big game for Sevilla, obviously winning the Europa League. They probably want to try and do well, and
their record in the Europa League is crazy.
It's incredible.
They've won it lots.
Yeah. With that being said, what about
They've
you
won
guys?
It like 8 out of 6 years. 6 out of 8.
Like that. With that being said, what are your guys' predictions for today's 2 games that we're focusing on?
Well, I think I think the Chelsea Sevilla one is a really interesting one because obviously for me I'm thinking obviously Reece James playing at right back. I personally would have had Aspilicueta instead of Reece James.
Yeah, but in that same breath, if Sevilla play down the wings against Aspilicueta, they're going to get joy every time because Aspilicueta, I don't think he's cut out to be a winger anymore.
Yeah,
as I said before.
Yeah, that is true.
To be a fullback, sorry, not a winger.
I think I am going to go with it. I think it's going to be a very tough game. I think it's going to be a very tight game. But Chelsea at home, I think they'll get over the line, and Chelsea 1-0, I think.
Do you think, here's a question just quickly, because Will's just brought up a good point. He said Chelsea at home. Do you think the home-away advantage matters anymore?
I think it matters a little bit, but it doesn't matter anywhere near as it did, which is why we're seeing, goes back to fans, was why we're seeing the smaller teams.
Exactly, yeah. If we were... Sorry, Sam. If we were in normal times and fans were at stadiums, yes, it would. But now it probably means slightly less. I mean, yeah, it's interesting. I think
Anyway,
really
yeah,
is.
carry on. So you've gone for a Chelsea home win. What about PSG United? Remembering that I think because PSG have fans in the French league. I don't know whether they've got fans tonight, but they might have fans tonight. So that's something else to keep in mind.
They'd be crazy to let fans in because I think France, their cases are really shooting up. I think.
No, I'm pretty certain they've still got fans in stadiums.
Blimey, I'm not. Anyway, this isn't a political coronavirus show, but I think that's crazy anyway. I think I'm going to go for... I think a draw against PSG would be a really good result. PSG is home. A draw, that'd be a really, really good result.
PSG away.
Yeah, sorry, I meant... because PSG are at home, so...
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think I'll tell you one thing about you, Will. I have missed your optimism.
Well. I'm just thinking.
Don't worry, I won't give you optimism.
That's good. I'm not going to with my predictions either.
I think I think I'm going to go with 1-1. I think 1-1, a draw.
I still think that's too optimistic, but. What was that? Sorry, Sam, I missed that. Still there, Sam?
You go next, will you?
Oh, there we go. There he is. Yeah, you next.
Hello?
Can you hear us, Sam?
Yeah, he can hear us.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
What's your thoughts then?
Have you finished with yours, Will?
Oh,
yes,
God,
yeah.
He can't hear. Oh, here we go. Right, okay.
Right. Have you finished with yours, Will?
Yes, I have, yeah.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yes, I said yes.
So, my
Oh, God, all right.
is...
Sorry.
Chelsea won. Chelsea won, Sevilla 2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hello, and I'm gonna go for Man United.
Geez.
PSG 6, Man United 0.
Okay.
Oh
for
dear.
Mine, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'll probably go for. Wait, I've just dropped something. I'll probably go for a 2-1 Sevilla win. I think with the quality Chelsea have got up front, there's no way they won't score, but I can't see them winning. And I will go for a 3-1 United loss.
Okay, well, we'll see whose prediction is right, or maybe none of our predictions will be right. That's just a great thing about football. You don't know what's going to happen. That's why we love it. And just before we go, lads, sorry, just 2 points. What would you think about a European Premier League instead of like a Champions League? This new plan. I'm not sure if you've seen this.
Stupid.
What about you, Sam?
Rubbish. Pathetic.
Oh, right,
Pathetic.
okay.
Rubbish. Destroying our game. I'll tell you what, that plan for big picture that's been scrapped, that was the biggest load of bullshit I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
To give the big six, to give the big six clubs the power over everybody else.
It's disgusting. I think it was a disgusting idea.
It's absolutely outrageous.
What a joke! What a joke! I think I'd have stopped watching football if they'd have done that. What an absolute joke!
Yeah, it's like when he was saying about taking the big six and putting them in a league around Europe and just not having like the Premier League anymore, the domestic league.
Did you see what Carragher said? He turned around and they were doing. He tweeted about it. He tweeted back to what Sky Sports News said, and he just put, "Oh, fuck off."
That's why we love Jamie Carragher. He's brilliant.
No, I agree with the. I probably wouldn't watch football if they did that.
But if it would save these lower league clubs who are really struggling with money.
I get that, but that's not the way to do it. By giving 9 clubs or 8 clubs power and not giving the rest any, then that's a bloody monopoly. And as if these big clubs haven't got enough power already. It's like, well, we'll make all the decisions and you won't get any say in it. Ridiculous. I agree that the lower leagues need money and the clubs need money. Completely agree with that. But to do it like that is just making the big clubs super clubs, and that is not what we want, because then this beautiful game gets spoilt and I would never watch football ever again.
Well, yeah, it does sound like slavery, doesn't it, really?
Well, it's just not fair. It's like it's like saying, well, we're bigger than you, so we'll just bully you into a corner.
Yeah, well, fair enough. And
in fact, it makes me ashamed to be a Man United fan tonight, because it made me ashamed on Saturday. You know why? Because I had Sky Sports, and they didn't put the match on Sky Sports Premier League, so it was on box office, so I paid another 14 quid to watch that. And then I thought, well, why am I bothering watching it when they come up with this stupid idea with Liverpool?
And you could just watch your match of the day anyway.
No, but it just makes me angry. And shut up.
Don't mess with Sam.
But no, yeah, I agree that it's just disgraceful. I think
Yeah, I agree as well, because we didn't bother paying the £15, so I just saw it on Match of the Day. It wasn't worth that.
That being said, I think we need to call it a day, because the match has obviously already started.
Oh yeah, sorry,
Are we doing post-match or?
Yes, yeah, I think we'll be doing extra time. Would you be all right for that, Sam? Or
yeah, I can do it.
Excellent. Should we say something like 10? Oh no, hang on, the match would still be going at 10.
What about 20 past 10?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
And it's also quite fun. Just before you go, Petr Cech has been put in emergency cover. Have you seen that by Chelsea for the squad?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's because it's because of the COVID-19 crisis. They put him as emergency goalkeeper, and Phil Jones and Romero, we were talking about them. They've been left out of the Premier League squad, and so has Ozil from Arsenal. So I think that's an indication that Jones and Romero, they're a goner. They are.
What's that about, Petr Cech? I didn't understand what you said.
Apparently, he's been put in as emergency backup in the COVID-19 crisis.
Yeah.
What, as a goalkeeper, if they need him to play?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's funny. Anyway, he'd still do a job. He'd do better than any of them. Anyway, so
I'd have him.
Oh yeah. Cech. I mean, one of the best goalkeepers in the league. So yeah.
Jens Lehmann did it, didn't he, a couple of years ago when Arsenal.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
Anyway.
so Jones and Romero are out of the Premier League squad, so I think they're definitely goners, they are.
I think you're right, Will. I really do.
Will, it's 4 minutes into the game now. We need to, leave.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Right, so thank you very much to JLIWheels and Sam Taylor, and thank you, the audience, for your company, and...
all 0 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, we actually do have someone in the live chat, but we're going anyway. But just
for God's sake.
just a quick hello to Gabriel Mattis. Mattis? I haven't got a clue how you pronounce that. But anyway, we'll see you at 20 past 10.
Sorry, Gabriel.
How long did you leave that comment for?
No, I've only just because I've been looking at other stuff.
Matthias, and he commented half an hour ago, and you didn't say anything.
Oh, oops, sorry.
For God's sake!
I've been looking at the script.
Oh.
Yeah, well, but you're meant to be the host, you dingbat.
Oh.
I know, but I've been trying to make sure I'm not stuttered though. Never
Right,
mind.
6 minutes into the game now. Come on.
Okay.
Right, I've had it all.
From
See you
all of
later
us
then,
here,